Road conditions out toward Kearney and Grand Island are deteriorating really quickly too as the snow is picking up out that way. Here in Lincoln, we've seen a mixed bag of precipitation so far this morning. Some, I think, on the south side of town, missing out on it altogether. Really looking at dry conditions and a dry stretch of road from South 27th toward Yankee Hill Road at that intersection. So the morning commute's been pretty easy going. But this is radar. I have it slowed down over the last hour or so. You see a mix of light snow, a little sleet did come down, and then rain as you look further north toward areas of Columbus as well. That rain snow line just kind of right by Columbus at this point. And then out toward the Tri-Cities, there's a little bit more moderate to heavy snow picking up. I was just looking at a camera out in Kearney, and the visibility has dropped off quite a bit out that way. So if you're looking to set out here sooner than later, kind of keep that in mind. There could be some good healthy snow moving through that will kind of let up a little bit here shortly for those in Kearney. It is sweeping to the east, so Grand Island, Hastings, York, this is probably coming our way through the morning. Of course, I'll keep tracking this through GMA as this morning, but we do have a good area of snow through northeast Nebraska too. Kind of a rain snow line still setting up closer to the Iowa border as well. So it's really been an interesting dynamic system we've been seeing move through the state here. For most in northern Nebraska, it's just been snow, partially to completely covering roads. But as I was mentioning, closer to Kearney right now, you're seeing roads deteriorate, especially up to the north, and then toward Grand Island too, as that snow's picking up just a little bit more. For the most part, roads may be normal to wet here in southeast Nebraska, but we've been limited in what we can see so far. As for the winter weather alerts we have in place, the winter storm warning from O'Neill west will be in effect until noon today. The time on this has been trimmed back a little bit more as we're expecting this precipitation to clear out earlier today. And then a winter weather advisory just south of that will also continue till noon. But out toward the Tri-Cities up through northeast Nebraska, winter weather advisory and a winter storm warning up here will continue until about 3 o'clock later on today. Those are the areas expecting a little more accumulating snow through the morning, but we've mainly seen a dry slot impacting southeast Nebraska to limit that moisture falling from the ground. But you also see on Stormcast that leading edge mixing in a little wintry mix, maybe at times a little drizzle here this morning. As that snow sweeping through the Tri-Cities, they'll see kind of a changeover, and we'll see a little more drizzle mixing in closer to about noon before this is fading away and really breaking apart early this afternoon, clearing by about 3 o'clock, if not earlier. And then the clouds also will break apart and clear into tonight as we go through the later portions of the week and into this weekend. Now, beyond our morning show, beyond 7 o'clock, this is a look at additional snow, maybe up to an inch for those in northeast Nebraska. And then you can see those amounts really dramatically drop off the further south you go. Maybe a couple tenths toward Columbus and Grand Island. Not expecting too much here in southeast Nebraska, but this is beyond 7 a.m. Again, a good swath of snow currently affecting Kearney and Grand Island with a little bit of a breeze. The winds are nowhere near, of course, the blizzard conditions we were expecting early this week. And what we saw, winds are currently around 10 to maybe 20 miles per hour to the north and northeast, with temperatures hovering right around freezing. You notice toward Holdridge, Grand Island, close to freezing. That makes for some efficient wet snowfalls, the heavy kind of wet type of snow. And temperatures are still fairly warm here in Lincoln. That's what has complicated some of that precipitation falling from the ground for us to see a little mixed bag of sleet, light snow, and at times a little rain on the north side of town. I don't think temperatures will vary too much throughout the day today, warming up to maybe about 39 degrees, the lower 40s in surrounding areas, with at times the winds picking up a little bit more this afternoon. And whatever we see, it won't last long. We'll be in for a dry, warm weekend, 50s, 60s, and eventually the middle and upper 70s on Monday, coming close to records for that day, and then a little bit cooler, but still in the 60s for most of next week. So a lot to look forward to here for this weekend and beyond.